kill me now. Are we almost done yet?
No.
We are almost done. We only need to do one. We are going straight for the final dungeon.
Are we almost done with being almost
Otherworldly
done?
Gate. Welcome to part 60. This is the beginning of the final dungeon. This is just me double-checking my inventory.
Chrome's still better.
Was Tenebrae sitting there the whole time?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I just don't care anymore.
Because remember when we came here the first time before I backtracked? He said, "Are you ready to go in yet?" I said, "No." He said, "Alright, come back when you're ready." So he has been sitting in front of the otherworldly gate until we came back.
Do you have any idea how long I've waited here, you piece of shit?
You've wasted so much of my time.
What time?
I did kind of waste too much of your time. Like, what did you do while I was waiting? We went to Flanor and Lloyd confessed his love to Colette. You made me wait for that!
You made me wait for a soap opera piece of shit. I could have been done on Young and the Restless.
like, how long have you two been dating? 2 years? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Well, that was
Oh, by the
lazy.
way.
Just make the model disappear.
Oh, and...
Okay. That's totally what's it.
I know,
That's totally what Sonic 06 did, and look at how that went. And what?
Welcome to Gnungagap, or Niflheim. I'm calling it Niflheim because fuck Gnungagap.
Ganuga Niflheim.
So this is the path.
Gnungagap is supposed to be the door, but apparently there's a pathway to the door to Niflheim. So it's like this dungeon is like 3 different things. Like Namco, pick something.
Okay.
Do you want it to be the entrance to Niflheim? Do you want it to be the door to Niflheim? Do you want it to be Niflheim? Pick one of the 3.
Okay, so we just stepped into the final boss room of Kunoa, so now what?
I'm just like, it's just all like, I sense many humans here in hell. I'm like, what?
Welcome to Gnungagap, and the one thing about this game that I fucking hate, the final dungeon. And you'll see why as soon as we actually start moving.
You said you hated this finale for a reason, so now we're here to suffer with you.
I don't hate the finale, I just think if it's the one time where I'll agree with you, Muiji, that this game got lazy, and it's the final dungeon, because compared to the first game, this final dungeon is a fucking joke.
Nah.
It's not even a dungeon, it's a spiral.
God damn it.
It's a straight path down to where I'm supposed to go.
So it's basically going...
It's like, hey, Richter's down below, how do we get there? Walk.
Or, you know, we could just jump and use a parachute, that works too.
There's no puzzle to solve. Well, the quote-unquote puzzle is just...
What's he trying to do?
I'm just gonna say it now, like, we have to de-thaw branches of the world tree to make portals to go further down into the world tree.
Alright.
Okay. And that... Oh, yeah,
and you know how we do that?
That's not gonna totally...
And you know how we do that? By walking up to them and shooting them with the Sorcerer's Ring. We don't solve any... There's no block puzzles like in the first game. There's no puzzles in general at all. It's just walking down there.
So is it just a straight shoot down?
Yes.
Yeah, cause you know, let's burn the one thing that's keeping us alive. Yeah, cause that'll totally solve all our problems.
Well, it's more it's more the branches are frozen and we're de-thawing them.
That's a mean shit. You know, you said
At least
I
we have new
remember
enemies.
in a previous part you said the final dungeon looks PS2 like. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Oh god.
Yeah, it's
Stretch
it's
Texture
most-
City.
Sweet Jesus.
It is, and like, it's not even, we're not even in the part where it looks the most PS2-ish, and even still, like, I'm looking at the background right now, it's like, it feels like this is a dungeon that should have been in Tales of the Abyss.
It kind of does, honestly.
And I like Tales of the Abyss.
That's just bad.
I'm gonna make that a point. I enjoy Tales of the Abyss. Sure, the main protagonist is an asshole for 80% of the goddamn game.
It's a better
good
it's
game.
a better
Disney World.
Yes. It's a better make game. I will say, as much as I don't...
I'm not putting that in every time I use his Mystic Art from now on.
Why not?
Rage quit.
Because that would be more editing than it's worth, than this game deserves at this
I
point.
want to call that Rage Quit the Mystic Art.
See that move?
God damn it.
Enter Scout.
Ever
Enter
since
Scout Rage
Luigi
Quit
made
quote here.
that thing, ever since that, and that one title screen that I put, title card that I put at the end of that one episode, we're never gonna get over that.
I just want to say, I want to say this. But with that, just put in the Rage Quit quote from the Scout in T Fortress 2.
Courage.
Yeah, go ahead, rage quit. See if I can.
Or it could get the guy from Rooster Teeth that does his rage quit videos.
All right, take my hand as well.
Mine too. And
God
mine.
damn it.
Me too. Take my power too.
Yeah, and now we get the corny, hey,
Wow.
we're all together on this, even though half of us don't even know who the fuck Richter is.
Hey, everybody, let's do the twist.
Killing the moon.
Seriously, half of the veterans don't even know who the fuck Richter is. Why are they bothering to help us?
Because even though I don't know him, Richter is my friend. How does that
No,
work?
there's like
That does it.
of the veterans, the only two that actually fought him were Lloyd and probably Zelos because he was there.
Alright,
Yeah, I think so.
Mr. Baba, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Not every person we meet is gonna be a friend, so stop considering them such, please. Thank you.
I mean, specifically like Colette. Colette should not know who the hell Richter is. She's never
Honestly,
seen.
at this point, I'm gonna
yeah,
chalk it
I
up.
I
You
remember
know what?
he was.
You know what?
Well,
wasn't he
no,
trying to
I was gonna
take her
say, never
Crucius
mind.
Crystal?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, never mind. She did run into him once,
Off screen, which we never saw.
You know, at this point, I'm
but
gonna
she
say.
mentioned that like
at this
she
point,
ran into him and just like he doesn't want to kill her because he's after Marta, but after he gets rid of Marta, then he'll go for the Crucius Crystal because I guess he needs it for something.
Yeah.
I guess
fucking
because
bird.
the way these games' stories are, Crucius Crystals are supposed to give you a lot of power. So I guess if you want to control a world of demons, you need as much
Holy
power
crap,
as
it's
you
Obama
can have.
Snow.
Is it Obama Snow X?
What the hell? Okay, so we still have
Is
Pokemon.
it Obama
in this
Snow
game.
X?
Pokerman! Not to mention, I don't know.
Marta,
it kinda
heal
reminds
me.
me of an
Thank
enemy
you.
from Nino Kuni too.
Looks
It's
more,
like
I don't
a,
know, I'm more
sas-
reminded,
a Sasquish, I think.
reminds me more of Obama Snow.
I-
I'm sorry.
It's okay. 90% of this game's reminded you of
or as I like
Pokemon,
to
so
call,
why should
or
it
I like to
stop
call
now?
it Obama Snow. My fellow Americans, I'm a Pokemon.
Now, let me make this perfectly clear. Don't make me Mega Evolution your ass.
Don't make me use Blizzard either.
Mega Obama Snow. Oh god.
Yes, I have yet to run into that, by the way.
I know there is Obama.
I have an
Mega
Obama
Snow,
Snowite.
but
There-
I just
never
there
seen
is.
it.
I have an Obama Snowite, I just haven't evolved one into an Obama
I haven't
Snow
found
yet
a single
because
one. Ugh.
I found it. But they're not very good. It's grass
You know, you
ice.
don't need
It's
a-
not a very good
You know,
combo.
game, you don't need to be, not very deep. You don't need to be vague about it. Just go ahead and say, douchebag is downstairs.
Yeah, and now here's how this dungeon works. You go down a floor and you gotta do the same thing every time you go down a floor.
God damn it.
The exact same thing?
Run around burning branches so that you can move, so that the elevator can move down. That's why I hate this dungeon. There's nothing.
Nothing of it.
We repeat the same puzzle like 4 times until we get to Richter.
It's like,
Hey.
it's like this game's like, look at this, wow, and we're like, it's freaking nothing.
Pretty much.
Like at least I'm gonna count Well Gaia as part of the final dungeon, and I can say that because you already uploaded that part of yours,
Yep.
Muichi.
Ah, shit.
But I'm at
Robot
least
City,
Well Gaia.
go!
Oh yeah, and I finally get to show off Lloyd's Mystic
It
Earth,
does absolutely nothing.
which is actually usable and not having to be so fucking situational like the first game where it's near impossible to fucking use.
I never
Thankfully.
used them at all, so.
Everybody dies.
Which is kind of
Pretty
hilarious
much.
if you think about it, because in the first game, it only affected one guy that was actually next to you.
I know, this just killed everybody. Not to mention,
but
in
it's
the
a
first
free
game,
like 700,000 damage or some crap.
actually, from what I've read on the Tales Wiki, like they considered the first game's Mystic Art and this Mystic Art different for some reason.
Even though it's the exact fucking
It's the exact
same
same
thing.
thing.
I know, but it's
He
weird.
jumps in
Why
the
did
air,
they rename it Divine
puts
Justice?
the
when in
mithril
the
blades
first
together,
game it was
makes the
called
eternal
Falcon's
sword, and
Crest?
slashes them. It's the same thing.
I know, but
The
why
reason
rename it?
reason they call it different is because I guess for some reason he doesn't have the sword anymore.
Oh, here's even funnier thing. You're supposed to have to fight monsters before you burn it, but because of the way the sorcerer's ring works, you can just skip it altogether.
Great design, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
wouldn't recommend that because it's free experience. I just show it off because I can show off that I can do it.
Great.
But you should probably fight all the guys guarding the branches because it's free experience.
Expert game design, ladies and gentlemen. Expert game
Burn
design.
everything.
It's called This Dungeon Sucks.
It's called Burn Everything.
It's not that I hate
That's
it,
how you
it's
solve
the-
your problem.
No,
I don't
that's how
hate it
Flame
because it's
Heinhardt
hard,
burns
I hate it
That's how Flame
because-
Heinhardt solves all his problems. Burn, burn, burn to ground everything.
Burn to the ground! It's not that I hate this dungeon for being difficult. Far from it. I hate it for
Boring
being
as shit.
boring. It doesn't feel like a dungeon. This feels like I'm doing the thing that's supposed to open the door to the final dungeon.
Ugh.
I will say that, like, even if, like, I know Grace's F, not that great, but at least its final dungeon felt like a final dungeon, even though it did kind
Yeah.
of drag on for a while.
That's
You know,
like I
you know,
said.
I'm
That's the
looking at
only
that-
problem
I
I
looked
have
at
with
that,
this final
and-
dungeon is it doesn't feel like a dungeon. It feels like I don't even
Feels
know.
like Dirtvania. That's what it feels like.
And I thought this even before we started doing commentary on this game, mind you. This is the one part of the game that I always disliked because it's like it feels just like they got to the point where it's like, oh, we need to finish the game.
Fuck it,
Shit.
just throw it
Fuck
all
it.
together. Fuck it, we're done.
Yeah.
It's like
So now we
Trebek-
did
it's
that,
like
now we can go
it's
down
like
another
Alex
floor.
Trebek in every single Jeopardy skit in Saturday Night Live.
Fuck.
So you know what? Forget it. Just write any
Just quit.
any number and you win.
Thrive. A combination
yeah.
of 3 and 5. I'm speechless.
You wrote-
And then, like,
Yeah,
who
it's
was
like-
it that, like, kept messing with Trebek?
It was Sean Connery. It's like
Sean
you wrote
Connery.
the letter V.
Which is not a number.
No, it's like
Which
well,
was like, against your better judgment, you are actually correct.
It's like this. It's like, well, I'll tell you what, my friend. V is a Roman numeral, so despite your best efforts, you answered correctly.
Yeah.
And you
I
wagered.
remember that.
And you wagered, suck it, Trebek.
God damn
That's
it,
it.
Sean
I am
Connery.
done.
I did like the last one they did though, where they had Keenan play Bill Cosby. They had that one
Oh,
girl
God.
play Sharon Osbourne, and then Sean Connery came back just for the helmet. and like the last one, it's like
His name
it's like all right, Mr. Cosby, you wrote down. It's like I believe you had to write a math
Oh,
problem
Newman's
for first
beat the
grade.
show
We
off
know. And Bill Cosby wrote
Who's the
Bill
guy that
Cosby wrote
changed his
down
name?
Frazzle Snazzle.
Who's the guy that changed his name to Turd Ferguson?
He's like, "Yep, I wrote down the square root of Frazzle with the Snazzle."
Who's the guy that changed his name to Turd Ferguson midway through the
That
game?
was Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, wait. Nope, Burt Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson. Moving on.
Then he calls on him. And it's like
Like, Burt
"That's
Reynolds.
not my name."
No, that's not my name. Do I really have to say it?
It's like,
Yes.
All right. Turd Ferguson. Yeah. What do you want?
You
I
said
was like,
it.
what do you want? You rang in. No, I didn't.
God damn it.
Like, yes, you did. Well, that's your problem.
By the way, I'm still beating up random
It's like-
monsters because this is what this amounts to.
It's like, yeah, you rang in. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. Well, that's your opinion. Anyway,
Yeah. Again, this time even I have nothing to talk about because this is all I'm doing. I'm running around in circles, burning down tree branches.
anyways, I remember the final Jeopardy skit where they had Bill Cosby, Sharon Osbourne, and Sean Connery. I just want to do this. Like, the final Jeopardy question was like, well, write down a math problem a first grader would know. Bill Cosby is like, you wagered? It's like, no, you wrote down Frazzle Snazzle? And it's like, yep, I took the square root of the Frazzle with the Snazzle. And you wagered
God damn it.
Bleeble Blabble. It's like, yeah, I dropped the Bleeble on the bottom of the I got the beer.
God damn.
Astounding.
For
Absolutely
those of you
astounding.
wondering
Also,
why I
this is
didn't,
a-
for
also,
those
this
of
is
you
a
watching
Palace
that are
Rock
wondering
Anyway.
why I didn't cut these battles out, if I had cut all these battles out, you would literally see nothing in this video.
And it's like, anyways, Sharon Osbourne, you wrote the entire word board out. Like, oh my lord, that's the most foul. That's the most foul word I've ever seen. And it's like, well, Minnie wrote it. Hooray! She had the dog with her and everything. And like after everybody cheered, it's like, quite frankly, I don't care what you wagered.
Fuck.
And moved on to Sean Connery. Let's
Oh,
see.
man.
Let's see. Sean Connery, you wrote 0 plus 0 minus 0 equals 0. Oh my God, those are winners. A first grade. That's. I think we have a winner. Those are numbers. A first grader would know. It's like, well, that's all the time we have. I was like, don't you want to see what I wagered, Rebecca?
Oh shit.
It's like, do I really want to? You sure it's a number? Absolutely, friend. Sure. And then it shows the wager, and it has lines beside where the first 0 and the second 0 and the fourth 0 are. So it does have poop.
God damn it.
And Chuck Norris just losing it. He's like, it is a number 2.
God damn it.
Oh, that was great.
So again, for those of you wondering why I left some of these battles in, if I hadn't, then you would literally see me do nothing this entire
It's
video.
better than well, you're doing something.
I want to at least show some gameplay footage, otherwise you'd just see me running around in circles burning down tree
And
branches.
technically, you are showing off new enemies, even if they are recolors of everything we've seen.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Rest in peace.
Again, I'm sorry, even I hate this dungeon because it's just so uninspired and dull.
It sucks.
It's shallow and pedantic.
Plus, it looks like something I see in Klonoa.
Well, it is a Namco game. You can't really blame that.
Again, I have to ask, where the fuck are we?
We're supposed to be inside the
I
world.
call
tree,
bullshit. I want
apparently.
to say they just picked flowers on. I just want to say they picked leaves off and got high.
That's why there's tree branches.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They went. I kind of want to say they just picked leaves off and got high.
Bottom level.
Yeah, and that's when I got a little confused there for a second. I'm like, wait a sec, which way am I supposed to go again? Like,
Do you know how to
down.
work an elevator? Not really.
Well, the way it was mentioned, the way the choices were, it kind of confused me for a second.
You know how to work. You know how to work an elevator, right? Kinda, sorta, not really.
Places we've seen so
And now for the biggest BS segment of this
Hey, a
dungeon.
fucking dragon in the background. What the?
Bye. Bye.
Instant transmission.
I like how he's like, ah, shit.
Everyone's going.
It's like, well,
Because
fuck,
we did
no, it's
this
like,
in
well,
the-
no, no,
we
it's like,
do this
no, no,
in every
it's
Tales
like,
game, so
well,
why
fuck,
not
It's
do
like,
it?
well, fuck this. I'm out of this plot. I'm out. Bye.
Deus
What?
Emblem. Hey, you know that one thing from the first game that we never mentioned before in this
Yeah.
game? We're mentioning
No,
it
that's
now.
my exact question. What just happened?
Amazing. The others must have had the Deus emblem.
What?
Others, aka Lloyd and no one else.
That would infer that he'd have to hand it to every single person he ran into, and concerning he's the only one who ever touched the damn thing, that doesn't make sense.
Any mana surrounding it.
I guess it's supposed to imply that when you're in the final dungeon of the first game, when you reunite with everybody, everyone sees the Deus emblem, and that's how you save them.
Bullshit! They would fit in that if going by that logic, those two would have warped too.
Awaiting a visit from the owner of the Deus emblem.
Apparently because Ratatosk was purposely preventing the original owner of the Deus emblem from coming in here, which is bullshit!
Gave the Deus
Yeah.
emblem to a young
And apparently, Ratatosk gave the Deus emblem to Mythos!
What the fuck?
Okay, so you're
And
pretty much
that's why
this is more.
Deus Carlon has
Listen,
the Deus emblem.
this isn't just obscure. This is completely changing the plot of the first game altogether.
It's not changing the plot, it's inferring that Mythos knew Ratatosk, and that Mythos got the Deus emblem from Ratatosk, which he didn't.
It's making me think that he wanted it in like a bad card game or something.
I know, he's like, alright,
I'll say,
Ratatosk, what do you put down?
there's a better explanation for
I got
this.
a full
They
house.
split everyone up, so... I'll give the better explanation. They split everyone up so that Emil and Marta can fight Alice and Dex in the next part. That's the only reason why they do it.
They could have just
Because otherwise they would make the fight too fucking
something
easy.
they could have done better, but I think I'll save it for the next part because honestly,
I'm just thinking, like, I know I'm spoiling that we're gonna fight Alice and Dex in the next part, but come on! It's literally like the very next thing we're gonna fucking do, and we knew it was coming because they warned us about it.
Alright, Ratatosk, what do you put down for your bet? He's like, I put down the Deus emblem. He's all
Full
like,
house.
royal,
God
damn
royal
it.
flush.
Fuck!
Well, guess this is mine now. Son of a bitch!